Fundraising is probably the most important activity to keep up with the work with your organization. Let's see how it works and some successful elements. Fundraising in its basic terms is about asking for money, and thanks to technology, it has much changed. It will be important to engage your volunteers in tech, but how? You need to convince businesses or individuals about the validity and the story of your idea. Who can do better than you do? Try to stress out why you want to achieve what you want to achieve, and which higher goal is waiting not just for you, but for entire society. Fundraising is also about changing organizational culture. You cannot just work alone to raise funds. All your staff has to support your action and has to be involved. Only in this way you can actually set short and long-term plans. Alone you cannot achieve much unless you have an enthusiastic group of volunteers willing to crash the digital world. In fact, fundraising is about careful planning. First of all, you have to create a business plan of your organization. Then you have to map your staff expertise and how to communicate your idea online and to your network. Making a concrete map of what you have and who you are, you can set up realistic goals and objectives. You can define a number of fundraising actions to be achieved through different methods. Never forget to involve everyone needed to achieve your goals. Bear in mind that technology has improved fundraising work. Ad hoc newsletters, customers analysis, systematization of contacts are now possible and easier. Certainly, thanks to volunteers in tech. However, it's not enough. Online fundraising has not changed the way to ask for money. That means that a project still has to convince in terms of emotions and engagement. Surely, it requires security and trust and steady offline relationships. The success of many fundraising actions online cannot be explained just through the only online presence. One of the methods that has become very popular is crowdfunding. It requires planning, good social media management, the engagement of your staff members, and of your whole life network. For sure, you have to push your volunteers to go digital. That means to train them in understanding how their online actions are important to fully use technologies. Online does not mean automatic success, but it surely means transparency. Who is working on the project? Why asking for money? How will you spend money? For whom? These are questions you have to make sure to answer together with your volunteers in tech. To properly involve your volunteers, you have to make sure to exploit their expertise, as well as supporting them to fundraise in a correct way, above all in terms of online presence. Volunteers are an asset for an organization because all of them have their personal network that can be engaged on social media and online communities. That's why the role of volunteers in tech is so essential. Plus, you can involve also digital volunteers. That means people who can support your mission online. To sum up, in order to develop a fundraising plan, try to think of your organizational objectives and business plan, the personnel you need and its role, time you have, the methods you want to use to get financed, a social strategy with your volunteers. Try to involve also digital volunteers who can facilitate your presence in virtual environments, such as bloggers or influencers. Now it's your turn to support your organization.